We all pay attention if gas prices go up or go down, of course, because it affects our wallets. But do we really know what we're putting into our cars that could cost us even more later down the line? Well, Rob Dingman, President and CEO of the American Motorcyclist Association, is here to talk about a recent poll about how Americans across the country feel about using corn as fuel. And Rob, we're talking about corn ethanol, and something maybe we've heard of, but I bet a lot of people don't really know what we're talking about.
Right. Well, corn ethanol is a biofuel, and what a biofuel is something that comes from a living organism like a plant. And about 10 years ago, Congress implemented the renewable fuel standard, which requires a certain percentage of biofuel to be blended in with the motor fuel that we all use in our vehicles. And that percentage at the time was 10%. So there's E10, and that's when we go to the gas tank or gas station. Typically, you're filling your tank up with E10, which is fuel with 10% ethanol. Now the EPA is trying to increase the amount of ethanol that's in gas to 15% or E15, and that's a problem for motorcycles because it's actually illegal for motorcycles to run with E15, and it will void manufacturers' warranties.
And I know we're saying that the corn ethanol can, of course, affect not only our vehicles but also our gas mileage. There's a lot that it takes a toll on.
Yeah, there's less energy in ethanol than there is in gasoline, so it takes more gas blended with ethanol to go where you want to go than it would with just pure gasoline. So your gas mileage is worsened if there is more ethanol blended with the fuel. And also the thing that we're really concerned about at the American Motorcyclist Association is the damage that can be caused by increasing amounts of ethanol. I have an example, a fuel pump that a local mechanic told us this was damaged by ethanol. And what you can see in this fuel pump is there are brown particles, brown discoloration that is caused by rust from the fuel tank. All the brown particles that you see there are rust particles, and what happens is the ethanol separates from the gas, and then moisture gets into the tank as a result, and then that promotes the rust, and then the rust clogs the fuel pump. We see the same thing with carburetors. Ethanol will also damage the plastic and rubberized parts that can be part of the fuel system. So it's a real problem for anyone who has gasoline that will sit in a tank for any period of time in your garage. You know, motorcyclists aren't always able to ride every day, so the bike might sit in the garage for days at a time, or someone who uses a weed whacker or a leaf blower not very frequently. When that fuel sits in the gas tank in that machine, it separates and can cause those problems. So we're real concerned about that. So not only do you have to worry about lessening fuel economy, you also have to worry about repair costs.
And I know we were talking about at the beginning that a poll was taken and to see how voters were feeling about this. Which way were they leaning?
Yeah, we commissioned a poll last month, and 70% of voters said that they opposed an increase in the ethanol mandate, and 78% said that they were very seriously concerned about E15. And one of the most interesting things to come out of the poll was that voters said that they were less likely to support a presidential candidate who supported the ethanol mandate.
And Rob, if we want to get some more information on this, or of course more information on that poll, where can we go?
Yeah, there's two places. AmericanMotorcyclist.com is our website, and you can learn more about ethanol, more about the American Motorcyclist Association and what we do. And also a great source of information for ethanol is smarterfuelfuture.org.
Well, Rob, thank you so much for taking some time out for us this morning.
Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate the time.
Don't go anywhere. The Morning Blend will be right back.